All right, Ken, well, welcome. Ken and I are talking about traveling as I'm going to see Thomas in a couple weeks. So yeah, happy Monday. It's nice and warm here, actually, outside. This is the time of the season that it's cold inside and warm outside. It makes no sense. But Wisconsin got another really bad snowstorm yesterday. Not far from my house. There were 40 cars that got into an accident on one side of the highway. And that was closed down. I think at least one person passed away in the accident. So I think this is like the 6th or 7th storm since like Christmas. So it's pretty bad this year. So when I tell my parents it's beautiful outside, I kind of feel bad sometimes. Now I really feel bad. But they were supposed to actually go see my brother and my niece and nephew, and I'm glad they decided to cancel that because they would have had to take that highway where there was that huge accident. So better be safe than sorry, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay. And Ken, what did you say it was today?
Today? I'm talking about the weather.
Yeah.
I said Indian summer.
All right, good. And I have heard that before. I don't use it. So please explain what an Indian summer is.
Yeah, as far as I know, I know the song called Indian Summer by Poco.
Of course you would know a song.
Yeah, from California.
Why?
So, yeah. And the expression means hot, not hot, warm day in a late spring, late autumn or winter time. A sunny, warm day.
Yeah, one of those like surprise, it's warm today, and surprise, it's cold tomorrow. Kind of days.
Saturday, yes. Saturday, yes.
Exactly. Now it should be okay weather here for the rest of the week. It says next week it's going to rain. I'm going to say it doesn't. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's really good weather now. It's quite nice. It's beautiful to go outside, even just with long sleeves. Not even a jacket, and just walk in the sun. It's so refreshing and warm, and spring is coming. So it's pretty good here. I can't complain. Well, fantastic. So we are going to talk about icebreakers today, and I'm going to jump into the document that I have because, oops, I need to move it though. Because, what am I trying to say? I can't seem to do too many things at the same time. Icebreakers. For work, I can't remember what I was going to say. That's crazy. Anyway, we have icebreakers. So the word icebreaker, oh yes, we're going to jump right into this because the questions that I want to ask are already included in the document. That's why. So as you can see here, I have an ice cube.
Right.
Because we have the word ice, right? So the word icebreaker actually means a lot of different things. Do you know what else icebreakers are?
I know one meaning only. This meaning, to break the ice for the conversation at the beginning of the conversation.
Okay. Yes, that is correct.
So I don't know other meaning. Sure.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so literally, if you think of something that breaks ice, we would have this in Wisconsin, for example, for the lakes when they are frozen in the winter. We have those big boats that break the ice, and those are also called icebreakers.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
So there's a literal meaning. That's why I wanted to put the ice cube, because I don't know why, but every time I hear icebreakers, I think of ice. I really do. And it doesn't matter what the meaning is. It's just what I think about. So, icebreakers. I actually looked at, when I was preparing this class, I had looked at icebreakers, assuming that the internet, that Google would tell me exactly what I wanted to know. And I think it's also a brand of clothing, to tell you the
truth. Really?
So, surprise, I had no idea.
I know the rapper called Ice Cube.
That's in the 90s. Isn't he from the 90s?
Yeah, 90s, yeah. Oh, maybe probably old school. Yeah.
Yeah, with Snoop Dogg and was it Tupac and things? Yeah, back in the day when I was a young child. Yes, Ice Cube. Okay. Fantastic. So, icebreakers. All right. So, the first question is, what is an icebreaker? And you have already said this. We've talked about the other meanings. So my kind of answer to this is just that and icebreakers are activities that are meant to make people more comfortable speaking together, or being together, I suppose. These activities are used for meetings, training exercises, etc. Basically, anything you want, any type of gathering that people who don't know each other are going to be at. Okay. So if it's a meeting, or a kind of a new person is coming, or new people are visiting, something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. Any questions, Ken, for now?
No, so far.
All right. Very good. Then I'll move down to, have you ever been in a situation when an icebreaker was used? Now, I know we've had this topic before, okay? But I just want, can you think of a time, maybe, or that maybe you did it in class or something like that?
Yeah, definitely in the class, usually a teacher and student have a time for ice breaking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. And do you want to tell us what happened? Did it go well? What did you think?
I think it's how can I say it's because we are human, so just come and starting class, maybe it's not human like, so maybe that's why icebreaker is necessary in many situations, probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had to do icebreakers when I went to like a camp, like a day camp in the summer, when you first, meet new people. And I have to say, I feel kind of ridiculous when it's like, it's very forced. It's basically forcing you to be happy and make friends. So this is how did you feel? Well, like I said, when I was doing icebreakers, it was like, okay, I'm going to do this ridiculous activity and and be happy. So I felt very forced. What do you think?
Maybe American society is required more than this kind of activity.
Probably. Well,
than
you
in
could
Japan.
be right.
Yeah, actually. So sometimes Japanese smile or silence, puzzling for Americans. I had some experience actually. Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, maybe more sociable activity like saying joke or some humorous things is more recommended in America, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, to be more open-minded, outgoing, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, maybe sometimes it causes a pressure. It pressure on people to be sociable.
Exactly. And that's kind of that strange feeling of, hey, go make friends. And I'm going to give you this crazy activity to do that you probably don't want to do. But I mean, I'm an outgoing person, but I hate when people force me to do things, and this goes back to multiple things where I hate instructions. I hate doing what everyone else wants me to. I don't like to conform. So yeah, I do what I want, and If I don't want to make friends, I don't want to make friends.
Right.
So, yeah, kind of ridiculous. And so when you're talking about the Japanese culture and being silent, I'm pretty sure in the United States we would call it the awkward silence.
Maybe, yeah. So people puzzling why they are smiling or why they are just smile without saying anything. Yeah, such kind of things that sometimes happens. Yes.
And how do you feel about the awkward silence in Japan? Do you think it exists, or is it just normal?
Actually, just remain silent, smiling. People don't think it's awkward. It's a kind of friendly manner here. People sometimes people don't want to answer something, just smiling, and yeah. So sometimes such smile probably is puzzling for Americans. Sometimes, so.
But you, because it's normal for you, right? I mean, does it affect you at all, or is it just normal? You're patient, and I don't understand really the
Right.
difference.
If I really want to get the answer, it's a bit irritating, but in a just a light situation, uh, it's okay because they don't want to answer something, so it's okay to, just smile. Yeah.
Suppose. All right. Well, that's fine. So I'm just gonna smile from now on. Good. All right. So, do you think it or icebreakers work, or are they a good idea? Yeah, they should all be in plural. Icebreakers. Oops.
They work.
I mean, does it? The purpose of an icebreaker is to get people to be more comfortable, right, with each other and be
Right.
more open and talk. So, do they work? Well, I think they do work.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are humans, so yeah, human has such tendency. We just, we maybe if without icebreaker, the conversation is more like is very very more like in how can I say, it's not natural conversation like just a work. Yeah, well, how can according to the customer service or something. Such feeling.
Right. Okay. All right. So if you, I mean, had to choose, would you prefer to go with the Japanese kind of system with this and not do icebreakers, or do you think they're a good idea?
The feeling and the emotion are same, everywhere in the world. So we do have an icebreaker,
Okay.
but different style probably sometimes also, but and same style as well, you know. Also, maybe yeah. In general, American societies, pressure on people to talk, or to be friendly. Such, yeah. I, in Georgia, every time I met the people in a campus, they say hi to me. So yeah, so I say hi, hi. I said hi many times in a day. But in Japanese campus, people say hi to their friends or colleagues, or their people who have already known, only. So that's one difference between them. Maybe Joe. I don't know. How about your place where people say hi to such old?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
in Wisconsin, it's quite normal for people to say hello, for people to open the doors for you or hold the
Oh yeah.
doors for you when
Right.
you um, are entering or exiting a store or a restaurant or something like that. Yeah, in Wisconsin, they're pretty nice. I mean, it's pretty normal for people to do that. And that's something that my husband has told me because his first trip to the United States was to New York City before he met me. And so he, of course, had this idea, people in the United States are not nice. They don't want to help you. Well, if you go to New York City, which is one of the most famous cities in the world, I mean, you're there with London and Paris and, thousands of other places, other really important cities. Of course, it's going to be very different than normal America, the United States. And so when he came to Wisconsin for the first time, he was just in shock with how nice everybody was. If someone, for example, now with all of the snow is having a problem with their car, other people will help you. Other people will shovel, remove the snow from the sidewalks if they have extra time. So, I mean, yeah, Wisconsin's there's a lot of camaraderie there. So, yeah. And here in Spain, I think you would just freak out because, for example, you walk into a store and say, hello, and not everybody, everyone in the store says, hi. Or you get on the bus and someone says hello, and then everyone in the bus says hello.
Oh, wow.
Everyone. It's so funny. There is someone, we went to go watch a football match or soccer yesterday, and there was, we were having a beer, and another couple came in, and they were leaving, and the guy said goodbye, and, I said goodbye too, because it's just habit now. So it doesn't matter if you know anyone in the store or not, but you say hello. It's just kind of the thing that people do.
I see.
So, I mean, not if people like when you're at a supermarket, not normally, just because there's a lot of other people around. But a store that has one cashier area or checkout area, yeah, sure, why not? So it's completely different here. The bus is really funny because normally some of the older people know each other, and then they'll start talking and how are you, and where are you going, and blah blah blah. So I mean, yeah, conversations are everywhere here.
Wow.
So pretty interesting. Well, very good. Well, we need to get into the main part. Here's some icebreakers. All right. So first, I have three different ideas on in general. Okay, just in general things. So could you read this? This is called Get Out.
Okay. Get out. Think about getting outside the office. There will be less tension and different atmosphere in an area outside of the company. Coworkers might act differently and more naturally, which might open them up.
Okay, so the phrase might open them up, what does that mean?
Might open-minded.
Kind of, but not exactly in this case. What I wanted to really kind of talk about, to be more talkative. Oops.
Oh, good. Talkative.
Their mouth really might open up.
I see.
Okay. Yeah, to be open-minded takes it takes more time. I mean, that could happen with a conversation or something, but you act just differently. When you're at work, you feel a specific way. When you're not at work, you feel different because you're not at work. So the idea here is to remove the people, coworkers and bosses and managers, remove them from the actual work area. Get them out of the office, get them away from their desk, their phone, their emails, and go have a drink somewhere, go have a coffee somewhere, go do something that's not physically at the office, because in general your mind just changes. So it's kind of like when we go to the hospital, you think, oh no, the smell, it's going to be terrible, and I hate this and I hate that, and so it's kind of the same idea depending on where you go. Okay.
Okay.
What do you think about this? Have you done this? Have you gone out with coworkers or colleagues or anything?
Yes, but I don't like it. But actually, it works. Actually, yeah, for the negotiation sometimes, or for making a connection, meeting or drinking. outside, somewhere in outside works actually. Yes.
Can I ask us a question? I've heard that the Japanese after work go out and drink a lot, and then whatever happens outside of work is not talked about at work.
It's up to the company or people. I think so.
Okay, so that's just a stereotype that I heard that. Okay, because I heard, for example, if like two colleagues, you know, spend the night together, then it is not spoken about at all or something like that. I think it's out of respect. I don't know where I heard that or why I'm asking you that, but there is something very like
you know, for example, they complain about the company or you know, other colleagues a lot in such situation. Maybe they after that they remain silent in the company about that. Probably. Yeah.
Of course, and that easily could be. Okay. All right, perfect. Kind of a strange question, but I just, you know, if I have you here, then it's easy to ask. All right, very good. So the next one is to volunteer. Could you read this, please?
Okay, this is a great group activity for anyone, a family or coworkers. By helping other people and working together, you will feel a part of something. Feeling like part of a group and doing something to help those in need will spark some joyous moments. It will be a day to remember.
Okay, so I'm trying to use different vocabulary here so we can see different structures, etc. Okay, let's see. So, do you have any questions?
No. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so my question here is those in need. What does that represent? And I don't know if I actually spelled it correct because when I said those in need, it wanted me to change. And I'm like, no, it's not. For example, this. And now it says it's incorrect. So I didn't look it up, but if I do this, everything's okay.
Yeah, those are, how can we say, their needs. For their needs.
For their needs? Okay, well, whose needs?
That somebody who needs to be helped.
Okay.
You will feel about feeling like part of group and group activities for anyone. So people in that for family or coworkers.
Okay, sure. That's
for anyone. Yeah. So anyone. Basically anyone. Yeah.
True. Basically, what I was thinking is to help those in need are people who are homeless, people who don't have families, people who live in the streets or live in a shelter or something like that. So, to help those in need. So it's in order to volunteer, I had the idea of going to what's it called? Something about humanity. Helping build houses or raising money or selling something, you know, in order to help support the community. Okay. So, yeah. So volunteer. One of the things I've always wanted to do is to go to it's called a soup kitchen, you know, and serve soup to those in need for like the homeless people on Christmas or something like that. That's always been kind of a dream for me. So, oh, hey, Con, nice to see you. Hello. Are you speaking? Hi. Oh, I can hear you today. That's different. Do you want to read today, or are you just going to listen?
Yeah, I want to read it.
Okay, perfect. Well, you're just in time. We're talking about icebreakers and how to be more comfortable with people that we just met. So you can read the part that's called After Hours. Can you see this okay?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, after hours, getting together with the co-workers outside of the work hours isn't always so appealing. This takes time away from the workers, families, and the friends. However, if they are willing to go, then it is good option to hang out with your co-workers and get to know them more.
All right, thank you. So this is another idea that you can do is, get together after work, which Ken and I spoke about before. But again, it also takes time away from the family and other friends, and so it's outside of work time. So it's not always so exciting. So this does have a negative side. But if you're willing to put in the extra effort or stop out for a drink, just that would be nice too. So, Con, do you have any comments or anything about this?
No, I have no comment about it.
Okay.
I just entered it. I don't know about more about it.
Okay, that's okay. Let me go to the top, and then Ken, if you want, you can. There's page 4. So icebreakers. You can read? Could you read this so he is on the same page as us, literally?
Okay.
So me or him?
Yeah, Ken. Why don't you read it so Con
okay.
can think about it and understand easier?
Okay. Icebreakers are activities that are meant to make people more comfortable speaking together. These activities are used for meetings, training exercises, etc.
Okay, good. So, Con, do you understand what an icebreaker is now?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good. Have you ever done an icebreaker?
Yeah, sometimes.
Is it at work or for a different situation?
Yeah, in different situation I do it.
Okay. Do you want to tell us about it or not? It's okay if you don't. I gave an example of when I was younger at camp, and the first day at camp we had to do some activities so that we would get to know each other. Okay?
No, I have no idea about it.
Okay.
I don't have no more knowledge about it.
All right, that's fine. No problem. So we were on page 4, so I'm just going to go back there. Volunteer we looked at after. Okay. So it says, now here are some at-work activities. Now, you can also take this information and change it a little bit. And you could do this in kind of outside work or, again, for a different group of people. I don't know where people meet other people these days, but if you're in a group situation, okay? So I'll read this first part just because it's the beginning. All right, so the first kind of example we have is to share information, sharing information, okay? So it says gather 4 to 5 people in a group and give each person a number. Okay, of course, this depends how many people you have at the meeting. Smaller groups may be needed. So this, completely depends. And you give each person a number just so it's more organized later. It's not like super necessary. Exactly. Actually, there's 2 other ones, so I think I'll just read all of this. So next, they should share a piece of information such as their favorite topic. Whatever. It could be the food their favorite food. It could be, I don't know, a work situation. I don't know, something, just any kind of their favorite something. Okay. Then to their small group, they should explain why they chose that object, item, maybe it's their dog or cat, with their own group. Okay, this is supposed to be that bonding part of the activity where you really get to know each other and maybe you show pictures of the object. I don't know. Okay. Then what happens is once everyone has shared their ideas and why, they should share the information with the rest of the groups. However, the trick is that other people explain what the other group members chose and why. So this actually, they would be using reported speech because they would say, oh, well, this person said that, da, 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 da. Okay. So it's, I mean, the idea of this very simple icebreaker is to share some information and get talking. That's it. I think I would feel uncomfortable with this one. My favorite animal and my favorite thing in the world are my cats. Both of my cats. Here's a picture. This is what their names are. And then someone else telling everyone else in the room about my cats. I think it's a bit strange. But anyway. Good. Any questions?
So this is a kind of
Icebreaker,
training
yeah.
for ice breaking.
Right. Yes, this is something that you would do to, do something different than, oh, okay, stand up, tell us your name, tell us where you work, basically introduce yourself. This is a different type of activity.
I see.
So yeah, I would feel uncomfortable doing this one, honestly. I mean, Ken, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not good at it, and I don't like. Yeah, I'm not so comfortable for the training. But
you would just not talk, would you?
But it could be a good training for getting the nice ice breaking kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, for example, maybe you're in a work setting and you have to meet with another department to think of problem-solving skills. Well, you can do this individually without getting to know each other. But, if you're problem-solving, for example, you want everyone to be comfortable. So you're going to mention, hey, this, I think this. And then if someone has an idea and you think, however, there could be something negative with that. So, it's really becoming comfortable with the group so that you express yourself. Because if, for example, someone has a really good idea, however, there's a negative side that first person hadn't thought about, that, could be a really important key. But if you're not comfortable with the group, you're not going to say it. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why icebreakers would be very important, is to get everyone kind of comfortable. Okay.
Right.
All right. Perfect. Very good. So let's see here. We can go to the next one. This is called Sweet Tooth. This has a lot of numbers in it. But Khan, would you like to read this?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. And I will move down. There's more information, okay?
Okay. The sweet tooth. For this degree, you will need to know how many people are going to be in meeting. Once you know that, you can make groups. If there are 20 people at the meeting, you can have 4 groups of 5 people and 5 groups of 4 people.
Okay, so good. So this is the very beginning. Continuing on with this, Khan, you can continue, please.
Okay. Next, you will have to buy a certain amount of candy bars or sweets. If you have 4 groups, buy candies in 5s. When you are at the meeting, you should have people pick a piece of candy. Any
Anonymously. That one's difficult.
anonymously, and not tell anyone what they have. This way, people will have to talk in order to find their group. Once they are in group, you can have them do not another type of activity like the one above, or just get in a group to talk about different ideas for work or project.
Okay, so this one's kind of funny because you get candy.
Yeah,
All right.
candy and sweet.
Exactly. Well, this sweet tooth is the word for someone who likes to eat sweet things, such as candy. Okay? So this activity is basically in secret. You get this candy bar or some kind of sweet. Then what you have to do is go talk to people that you don't know, and find out. You have to get your group of people. So this one actually kind of would be interesting. Because you could also play around with the vocabulary words and say, okay, well, you can't say the actual name of the candy you have, but you have to describe it. Okay, so it could be a little more interesting. Ken, what do you think about this one?
No, that's nice. Also, I think uh, kids, kids, kids like it. Kind of game as a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it's yeah, it can be a icebreaker for the camping. Yeah, I mean a summer camp or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I think small kids really like it because they all love sweets candies. So.
Yes, exactly. Well, this, would be fun anyway, or it could just be, I don't know, some other kind of object.
No, that's right. Yes.
So,
For
but I thought
adult.
this, mm-hmm,
Mhm.
exactly, a piece of clothing. Um, so yeah, it's quite different, but pretty interesting. I liked this one. This was probably my favorite, but
Mhm.
very good. So Ken, you're going to read the last one. Just ask questions.
Okay, here are some example questions. You can ask each group or person to answer. Describe how and when you came to work at the company. Share two things about yourself that you think no one at your table knows about you. Describe positive customer interaction you have experienced. Share what you like about your current job. Share the funniest or most fun situation you have experienced at work. Are you a cat person or cat person, dog person, bird person, or garble person?
Gerbil.
A gerbil person. What is your favorite pet and why? What was your favorite vacation and what made it stand out?
Okay, so I do want to talk about some of these meanings, but
Mhm.
this last one I really liked these two words: stand out. What was your favorite vacation and what made it stand out? What does
Stand
stand
out.
out mean?
Uh,
The
uh,
idea from the context.
Favorite vacation, what made it stand out? Maybe what was fun
It means
or
okay. It means stand out means I think is going to vacation to go somewhere to go somewhere for stay over there for some time.
Okay, so yeah, it kind of means a lot. Well, it can mean a lot of things, but
mm,
stand out in this case is like, why was it? Why did it make an impression on you? Why was it special? Why was it unique? And
mm, mhm,
basically, why was it your favorite? So when the
mm,
question is, what was your favorite vacation? You would say, oh, when I went
mm,
to Florida. Well, what made it stand out? What made it so special? Oh, I
mm,
swam in the ocean for the first time.
I see.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's stand out in this context.
Mhm,
So yeah, there were some other questions that I thought were pretty uncomfortable, like talk about your boss and the best qualities, or a time that you had a really good boss. I don't know. I was like, well, that's
mm,
uncomfortable. If you have a manager there, you don't want to talk about that. Some things I think are a little bit too kind of like not
mm,
great to talk about, like share what you like about your current job. Maybe you don't like anything about your current job. Let's not force people to lie, okay? This one I like, something about the funniest or most fun situation you experienced. That's good.
mm,
Animals are pretty simple. You don't have to be any kind of animal person, but maybe you say, oh, I had a cat when I was younger. I do want to ask about a gerbil. Do you know what a gerbil is?
No. What is it?
How do I describe this? I actually had gerbils when I was younger. It looks like a mouse, but it's not. I've also the gerbils here in Spain, but I think they come from Africa, and they have big hind or back legs like bunnies, like rabbits. But the gerbils I had literally look like mice. They're the same size. They have a long tail,
Okay.
but they're different. Mice or rats, yeah. So it's that kind of animal. Yeah, we had 8 gerbils when I was younger.
Oh wow.
Because we couldn't have cats or dogs because my dad's allergic. So yeah, my older brother had 4, and then I had 2, and my twin brother also had 2. So good. All right. So this one's kind of a more common approach, right? To have icebreakers. So just ask questions. What do you think of the 3 that we saw? So the first one was sharing information. That you share information about something that you like. The second was a sweet tooth, and the third is just ask questions. What's your favorite and why? Hi, Con.
Maybe such game kind of things better just asking questions probably in a group, but in person, you know, two persons get together.
2 people.
Maybe game is a bit unnatural, so just asking.
That's true. Let's make this as natural as possible and less awkward.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Okay. So that's about it. All right. Perfect. Well, that's it for today. I know Thomas has to add, sorry, Thomas. He's got to add some more of the classes because our class on Wednesday is the last one he has kind of in the schedule. And we are going to be talking about tongue twisters. So another kind of fun class. All right. And that's it. So I'm going to stop screen sharing and I'm going to go eat some lunch. I made some lentil soup for today, so it's pretty good actually. It's nice and thick, and I like the texture. So that's gonna be lunch. What are you having for dinner, Ken?
Not yet. After this. But I ate fruits, bananas, and the chocolate, and as a snack before the.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not hungry so much so now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
But I'll eat dinner after this. Yes.
Sounds good. Well, enjoy your dinner. I'm going to enjoy my lunch.
Thank you.
And I'll see you on Wednesday for tongue twisters. Maybe I'll put up something tomorrow so I make sure that people come tomorrow because tongue twisters are always fun. My challenge is going to be finding tongue twisters that we haven't done yet.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. Yes.
Pretty sure that Peter Piper is going to be there.
Okay, Peter Piper.
Because I love Peter Piper and how he picked the pickled peppers. So, all right, good. Well, you go practice tongue twisters, and we'll work on them in class on Wednesday.
Right.
All right.
I'd like to try SH and C. So that
Sally sells seashells at the seashore.
Yes, SH and SE, the exact same sound in Japanese. I need to practice these 2 sounds.
Wait. SH and SE, you said?
Yes. We just say so C sells, C and sells, C sells.
She sells.
Yeah, we don't say she in Japanese. Yeah. So I need to practice, especially this she sound, she. And
Hey, that's great. I hate this one. I'm sorry. She sells seashells, or Sally sells seashells by the seashore, is one that I've never been able to actually pronounce correctly. only since that we've been doing these classes with tongue twisters have I been able to pronounce it correctly. So I'm improving in my own native language. So with these classes. Anyway, we'll have fun on Wednesday. So go have a great day, okay? Enjoy your day. All right, thanks.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.